Hey everybody, welcome behind the scenes here at Jamie Riddler Studios. I am Jamie and I've got two of the studio kittens with me here today. So we have Escher at the window there, intently looking at something, and Shibumi. Hello, Shibumi. She doesn't like noise, so she'll probably be out of here soon. So, I have been thinking about something that has been so present in my work as a creative coach, something that has been so present in my life as a creative being, and something that goes so unnamed in the world. And I hope I can name it today. So, one of the things I'm be very curious to hear your response to this, to hear your experience with this, is that it seems to me that most often the arts and creativity are kind of pushed into two ends of a very opposite spectrum. So, on the one hand, we have the arts over here where they are playful and fun, where getting to do some creative stuff feels like recess, feels like being a kid again, feels like play. And it's a hobby, it's for fun, it's an extra, it is a light and lovely part of your life. So maybe you recognize that as a way that you relate to the arts and creativity. On the other end of the spectrum is the professional world, the world of excellence, the world of achievement, the world of fame, maybe, or at least acknowledgement within a certain community. We have the professional ballet dancers. We have artists who show their work in galleries. We have writers who are published. And those are the sort of the two ways that we relate to the arts. And one of the things I want you to know is there is this whole secret world in between. And I notice that with my clients, with people who have a creative spirit, who are called to a creative life, who want to devote and dedicate their time, their energy, their resources to bringing art to life, whether any kind of art. And they want to, with great passion, develop a skill of painting, of playing the piano, of singing, of writing poetry, of writing memoir, of watercolor, of oil painting, whatever it is. And you can see how this doesn't fit necessarily easily in either category. It is different than play because there's this passion and intensity and a desire to improve, a desire to create, not just practice, a desire to move into projects, maybe even to share with the world. And there's a way that the concept of professionalism is a barrier. We talked about this a bit last week, where somebody else has to let you in, let you into the school, let you into the facility, let you into the program, let you into the publishing world, the performing world. And that is open to such a small percentage of the creative population, even the people who have dedicated themselves to that pursuit. And then again, there is this magical world in between. And what I've seen in my clients, as I have done creative coaching for many years now, what I see in my clients is this frustration that their passion, their devotion doesn't have a road because it's not play. And maybe it has been for years, and their family understands that it's cool that once a month you get together with your girlfriends and you do art journaling, or it's cool that once a week you focus on your knitting circle or whatever it is. But, this is a hobby. It's something that it shouldn't take up too much of your life or your days. It shouldn't be so present or take away from the rest of life. It certainly shouldn't take you away from your family or your work or your responsibilities, because it's just for fun, right? So there's that. And then there's people who come and they're like, I really love doing this thing and I want to do this thing all the time, so I need to make money off of it. I need to step into that professional realm, because when I make money at it, then I'm allowed to spend time on it. Then I'm allowed to spend resources on it. Then it makes sense that it can take up so many hours of my week, because I'm making money. I'm a professional. This is what I have to do. So, limited scope, play, only limited time and resources. Paid, professional, all your time and resources, open to very few. What about all this in between? What about the people who wake up every morning to work on their memoirs for 30 years? What about the people who are quilting, that learned it from master quilters, who learned it from master quilters, and who will pass on their skills to people who will become master quilters? What about artists who dedicate themselves to learning the medium of watercolor, who have stacks and stacks and stacks of work, who feel most alive when they are sitting down to paint? This is a valid road. This is a road that is unrecognized, a land that is not acknowledged in the world of the arts, the land of the passionate devotee, the person who is an acolyte of art, a person who is committed to an art or many arts. It's about themselves in a very personal, in a very sacred way, but also about the art in a way that is about honoring it, about mastery, about engaging, about understanding ourselves and the world better through the arts. This is a valid, real pursuit, worthy of respect, honor, time, because it is your soul. It is your spirit. It may encompass the other ends of the spectrum. You may have days where you play and delight and laugh and mess around on the page with no intention other than to have fun. And you may, out of all the work you do in a lifetime, you may perform, you may publish, you may show your work. There may be that piece too. You may get paid for what you've created. All of these things can be encompassed and rarely get left out. But this piece in the middle, this piece about pursuing your art out of the passion and truth of your heart, out of honoring the work and honoring your soul, I'm just here to tell you today, it is a valid, noble, and worthwhile path. And if you are on it, I support you, I cheer you on. I recognize and share with you that this is a place that so many people who have come to me live. So you are not alone, and your arts belong to you. So please tell me if you relate to this. If you recognize that distinction between we're allowed to have art as play and we're allowed to have art as profession, but this gray area in between, we don't even know how to name it, and yet it's truthfully where our artistic heart lives, thrives, and creates. I also want to just invite you to come on over. If you haven't joined the studio, come on over to openthedoor.ca and sign up. I'm currently doing a series when I send out my newsletter on Sundays of creative practices for challenging times. We have done free writing and we have done meditation, and we have also now done doodling, and there will be a new one going out on Sunday. So I hope you'll join me for that. And always, always, always let me ask you to, please, if you get something from this, I invite you to share it. Maybe you know other people that live in this magical space in between and haven't been able to name it. Maybe they'd like to hear about it too. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I'm so glad to spend it with you and Shibumi and Escher too. Have a great week in your studio, and remember, your life is your studio. I'll see you next week.